Ole Miss has the leading returning passer in the SEC in Matt Corral, who led the Rebels to win 4 of their last 5 games, including an Outback Bowl win over number 11 Indiana. So a lot of excitement heading into the second year of the Lane Kiffin regime. Taking a look at the odds to win the Heisman, Matt Corral is kind of a long shot there. 8th favorite, 20-1 odds. We caught up with him at SEC Media Days.
Ole Miss quarterback Matt Corral, thank you for stopping by. Obviously, you had a phenomenal year last year, led the SEC in passing. Just kind of reflect on your first year as a starter and what it meant to you.
It was a good year. I felt like a solid year, but I felt like I didn't do enough as in, I could have done more within the system, as in, minusing the turnovers. Looking forward to, the way my team has prepared, the way that we have worked together. And as far as leadership goes, there's one in every room now, every position group. Just seeing what that's going to look like, because, we've been working consistently every single day as a unit. Defense goes this way, offense goes that way. Coaches, they're gone. So it's all player-led, and, that speaks volume of our team, and I'm just curious to see what it's going to be, what the outcome is going to be.
You mentioned the turnovers. Obviously, the Arkansas game did not go well with 6 interceptions. Lane said that he left you in on purpose to try to get you through that. What does that mean that he gave you, that had that much confidence in you to let you work through that?
So, that was big for me. Thinking about it, afterwards, he let me know that I was a guy. He left no doubt that I was a guy. Even though in my own head maybe I was doubting myself at the time, but he let it be known to everybody else and my team that, Matt, you're our guy. This doesn't matter. It happens. Maybe not to that extent, but it happens. Funny thing, after the game, he said, hey, I guess his ex-stepfather, he threw 7 interceptions in a game, and he said, hey, at least you didn't surpass him. His humor being that, just had a good laugh, but he did let it be known that just gave that, and he instilled that confidence into me to make sure that I made me feel like I belonged, and I felt like that was big.
Lane's obviously known as a great play caller, offensive mind. Jeff Lebby, though, does a lot in terms of calling plays, and he could have gone to UCF, wanted the UCF job, was mentioned as the UCF candidate. What is that relationship like between all 3 of you?
We're very close. There's no secrets between me, Kiffin, and Lebby. Whatever Lebby knows about me, Kiffin knows, vice versa. They know what I'm doing every single day when I'm at home. I feel like I could pick up the phone right now if I was in trouble or whatever it is. I could tell them anything, and they'd be there to help me. And just having that transparency with not only my coaches but my team, and just everybody in that building, creating that bond. And I just feel like that's something that's going to carry over to the field. And it's important for an OC and a head coach to have confidence in their quarterback, and vice versa.
Obviously, a lot of stars returning. Jerry and Ely, obviously, probably one of the top players. You get your top 5 leading rushers are back. And Lane said that running the ball is really his focus, even though you had such a great year last year. If you get that balance, what's the ceiling for this offense?
Sky's the limit. We got the scheme, we got the players, and all it is just going to take is executing.
What does that mean, having the ability to hit Jerry out of the backfield as a receiver, and having you had 3 receivers that you were pretty comfortable with last year?
We can move even faster. We can go from 11 personnel to 10 personnel. He could go to the slot and then go back to running back, and it's just being able to put him in all those different positions and give those different looks is going to make our offense that much better.
Obviously, the defense struggled last year, but you've seen them. You went through the offseason, a normal offseason, which I'm sure you're grateful for. What improvements did you see in them from last year to this year?
Honestly, just them working. I've never seen the defense work like this before. Like I'm speaking for the team as well. The defense, they're playing and practicing with a chip on their shoulder, and they know it, and they know that they're being disrespected. For a good reason, and they know that they want to show a lot of people wrong, because we got the athletes, we got the scheme. They just need to go and execute, and they've been working consistently every single day as a unit with no coaches out there. So like I said in the beginning, I'm I'm curious and I'm looking forward to it.
The NIL stuff, I see you were on the Dreamfield site. Your price is $10,000.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, maybe to a lot of people right now, but I think during the middle of the season, I think it's going to be reasonable.
How's that going? Like, what's your opinion of how this whole NIL thing has sort of worked, considering it's kind of, on the fly?
It's good. It's good for the people who didn't have the luxury growing up. They struggled financially. I feel like it's a good opportunity for them to help their family, and I couldn't be more happier for those guys.
So Nick Saban said today apparently that Bryce Young's approaching 7 figures already. When are you going to reach that mark?
When the time's right.
Taking a look at the odds to win the SEC, yes, Alabama is the favorite. In regards to Ole Miss, somewhat of a longer shot, not the longest shot by any means. 25-1 odds, sitting there behind LSU, Florida, and Auburn.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.